All right. So for this one, I'm going to show you some sketching um, tools that you will need in the future. So what you want to do is you're going to open this one right here, but it's not a good idea to open from here because sometimes you might have moved the object or renamed it and it's not going to be there. So the best way to open something is to go to open. You're going to look for your folder right here where it says look in. You're going to look for your desktop and you can open that folder, double click on it, and you want to open the file you want to open. So if you click once, you can see a picture of it. If that is the file, then you can click open. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to sketch on this. We're going to add stuff to it. So you're going to click on start sketch and you're going to click on the side of the model. Okay. I'm going to drag it. Again, I'm holding down my wheel. I can zoom in and out with my wheel also from my mouse. Um, so let me show you a couple things in here. Um, let's do text. So I'm going to use text. I'm going to click somewhere here, and then I'm going to type in ace, all caps. All right, I'm going to highlight that because I want that to be 1 inch. Okay, so 1 inch. Make sure you highlight that and then click OK. There you go. Now I'm still on text. So if I try to click here, it's gonna think that I want to do text again. So I'm gonna click cancel. So to get rid of text, either click on text or right click and then cancel. Okay. Now we're gonna rotate this. So we want ace going down this way on this side. So we're gonna click on rotate. It says here select. So I'm gonna click on ace when it turns green. So I've selected ace. And then center point is the point where it rotates. So if I click here, ace will rotate along that point. If I click somewhere else here, then ace will rotate on that point. Okay, so I'm gonna rotate it about 90 degrees, probably 100. Let's see, is it 200? So I'm gonna go here and type that in 200. No, not 200. We don't want 200. Um, that's 180. So I'm not quite sure why it's doing that. So let's try it again. So rotate, select, center point. There you go, 270. So I'm not quite sure why it's doing that. Anyway, um, so I'm still on rotate. I'm gonna click done. Now I want to move this, right? So I can go to move, press select, select on ace, and then base point is basically what you're moving. So if I want to move this corner up to here, okay, I can do that. Then click done. All right, I'm not on move anymore. So technically I can actually move this around if I want to. But I think the other one is more precise. Now I'm going to scale this down because it's too big. I'll click scale, click on ace, and then base point is again, it's the point where it scales down. So I'm going to use this bottom here. Oh, actually I'm going to use this bottom right, and it's going to scale down from here. So if you selected the other points, it's going to scale down from the other points. So in this case, you won't have to move it. Okay. So I'm going to do a scale factor of zero point 0.5. So I'm going to take my mouse and then change that to zero point 0.5. Okay. Actually, you didn't have to do that. Actually, um, let me do that again. So if you do scale it down, so I'm going to select, you see how that's highlighted? I'm going to select ace, base point. I'm going to select that point. Now, if you notice the scale factor is 0, 0, 0, it's highlighted already. So I can actually change that now if I want to. So I'm going to type in point 0.5, press enter, applied it. Okay, and then done. All right. I'm going to show you construction. So construction line are perfect because you don't have to. They're not part of the model. They're just there for reference to help you with modeling. So I'm going to click on construction here. I'm going to remove this one right here. Okay, so the only one highlighted there is construction. I'm going to use line. Click on line. I'm going to start from here. So what I want to do is I want to put a point right in the middle of this, but in the not just the middle of this rectangle, but in the middle of this square here that I'm making. Okay, so you notice the lines are dashed. Okay, so these are construction lines. So I kind of messed up on that. I'm going to click cancel. Let me delete this line right here that I made. So I'm going to trim it. Okay, all right, let's do that again. Line under construction, and then click here again because I lost my line. All right, I'm going to draw a line this way and another line this way. So now I know my midpoint of this square. I'm going to remove line. So I'm going to right click here, cancel. I'm going to remove construction. I'm going to click on point. I'm going to put the point right there. Okay. I'm going to click on circle. I'm going to make a circle here. Let's say 1 inch. Okay. Um, let's see what else is there. Oh, I'm going to click cancel. Actually, I'm going to move this ace. Just move it here somewhere here. Okay. So it's out of the way. Um, there is one more thing I want to show you, which is offset. So offset is right here. I can use offset to use the borders, but before I can use offset, I have to use project geometry. Okay, project geometry outlines all the edges for me. So if I want to use those edges as a reference, I can use them. So I can click on each edge one by one, or I can just make sure all the edges are highlighted and then click once. Okay, so all of that is yellow. Okay, so now I'm going to use offset, and I'm going to use the entire yellow line, the outline. So I'm going to put my mouse not just on one, but actually on the whole thing. Okay, so I'm going to put my mouse where it highlights the whole thing. I'm going to click, and you notice it takes that shape, right? I'm going to type in 0.125. So there you go. So I have a smaller version of that outline inside. I'm going to finish the sketch. So now what I can do is I'm going to extrude this just this alone. I don't want to extrude the circle. So I gotta make sure this one is highlighted in green. I want to cut in, but I don't want to cut that far. So I'm going to cut in point 5. Okay. I'm going to click OK. All right. So um, in this lesson, you learn how um, to do different sketches. You learn how to do project geometry, put in text, rotate the text, move it, scale it down, and use the construction line. Okay. And that's it. Thank you.